Now that season 1 of the iCarly revival series is done, I don't know what I'm going to do on my Thursdays. I guess I could read a book or maybe watch the grass grow or get a tan. No, I need to get a tan. What's going on, you guys? James here with another real review and recap of the iCarly revival series, which is now streaming on Paramount Plus. Today we're diving into the season 1 finale, guys. Episode 13, iReturn to Webicon. Yes, that Webicon. Now, before we get into what I loved about the episode, and honestly what I loved about the entire season, if it is your first time here at the channel, welcome to Real James, where we break down TV and movies like this all the time, so you're not going to want to miss out. Go ahead and hit the big red button below, subscribe to the channel, and tap on that bell, y'all, and hit the thumbs up button if you love iCarly just like I do, and get loud down below in the comments and let me know which episode of season 1 was your favorite. Now, the season finale is directed by Phill, and in case you've forgotten, it's starring Miranda, Cosgrove, Trainor, Nathan, Kress, Laci, Mosley, and Jaidyn, Triplett. Now, what I will tell you is that I'm very surprised that this story is centered around Carly and her channel, because for the longest time this revival series was really centering around everything else, everything but her channel. There were some episodes here and there where they talked about her live streaming, but what I will say is that this revival series is rooted more in the day-to-day rather than the social media side of things, which is cool, don't get me wrong, but I do think it was effectively woven into the story for the finale. And it was really cool that Webicon made another appearance, because in the original series it was really a parody of Comic-Con or VidCon, those sort of conventions. Carly is supposed to be awarded a Lifetime Achievement Award, and I think that is pretty cool, but also does kind of make her sound a little old. But the twist is Webicon is supposed to be a glamping experience that Carly and her favorite people in the world are going to attend. And then you have the B plot, which is Harper getting Double Dutch onto the lineup, and trust me, that will pay off later on in this recap. But let's move on to them actually getting to Webicon, which is more like the Fire Festival than a convention. Oh, and one thing that I did have in my notes, guys, the intro song here is different. It's extended, and honestly, it sounds so much better. There was this weird sound mixing, I would say, in the intro for the past few episodes, but oh my gosh, this was excellent. So Carly and the gang finally get to Webicon, and guys, there is nothing there. No food, no water, no place to really use the restroom properly either. But the one thing I loved so much is that once we get there, everyone's chemistry was on point. There was a lot of flow here, and I loved the humor because I was laughing with pretty much every joke in this episode. And I do love the decision here as well to pair up a very likable character with a legacy character. Jaidyn Triplett as Millicent has been really good all season long, but I did mention this in last week's episode, it seems like her role is getting diminished little by little, but she's amazing in this episode. Not only is she hilarious, but her comedic timing is on point, and I love that they paired her up with Spencer, because Trainor just makes everyone around him so much better. And after some shenanigans, we eventually learn that Carly isn't a fan of Wes overly planning things. Now, Carly confesses this to Harper, and guys, I won't lie to you, I kind of felt like, oh boy, is Carly starting to distance herself from Wes? Now guys, as you know, I'm definitely shipping them, and I forgot their ship name. I think it's Warley. No, that doesn't sound right. But there is a wrench that's thrown into everyone's plans, and it happens right after that scene. Guys, Bo is back. Carly's ex-boyfriend who broke up with her on a live stream, I believe it was, in the beginning of this season. And I gotta tell y'all, I ain't a Bo fan. Not saying that the actor's not good. I think he's actually pretty decent in this episode, but I don't like Bo. But the thing is, after seeing his glorified treehouse, everyone in the group except for Wes is starting to come around on Bo. And it's so annoying because Bo knows what he's doing. He is trying to win back Carly, and I predicted it at the beginning, and we'll get into it later on in this recap, but ugh, Bo, you trifling. And for fans of the original series, you're going to be a fan of another reference, not just Webicon, but George the Bra. That's when they're telling scary stories around the fire. To be honest with you, I actually didn't remember that until I looked it up and thought, oh wait, do remember this, but it's not something I came into this episode hoping for. So after everyone's done laughing, the only person that doesn't have a smile on his face is Wes, and you can tell that he does not like the fact that Carly is mucking it up with Bo. And on top of that, you guys, they get in the treehouse because a huge storm is coming, and well, Wes was right. That treehouse is not stable. It's going back and forth, rocking, and it's funny because in this moment, Trainor, who puts his headphones on as Wes and Carly are having a very personal conversation, well, he is not fazed by this storm at all. That was funny, but what I will tell you is that conversation that Wes and Carly had together boy, I kind of felt bad for Wes in that moment. I do think Carly's a little short-sighted. Yes, she wants to have fun, and I'm glad that she did have a conversation with Harper later on in this episode where Harper was like, do you want someone that you're compatible with, or do you want someone to like you? So it's interesting because I feel like Carly believes she's compatible with Bo, but I don't think Bo is good for Carly. And we learned that during the storm as well, because Bo, again, he's trifling, trying to flirt with Carly, holding her in his arms. Ugh, it is so gross, but we know what you're doing, Bo. Well, Wes does as well. So he sets up something so beautiful to give Carly an award that he made out of, like, I don't know, an acorn or whatever it is, a pine cone. That's what it is, a pine cone. And I thought it was so sweet, but guess who comes and ruins it all? Bo. So now Carly has to make a decision. Does she love Bo or does she love Wes? Because, guys, both Wes and Bo tell Carly that they love her. And now she's got to choose. Right before Carly chooses, though, guess what happens? A helicopter comes in to save the day and rescues the entire group. We get into the outro scene where it's a documentary-style testimonial segment where we get Millicent, we get Harper, and we get the whole entire gang just giving their testimony about what happened. But then the episode ends. No resolution, guys. We don't know if Carly loves Bo or Wes. I am crossing my fingers. I am hoping that she chooses Wes, because Wes is not only a healthier fit, but also I think Wes genuinely cares for Carly. See, if Bo loved Carly, I don't think Bo would have broken up with her on that live stream. Enough is enough. He had his chance and he blew it. See, Wes, I do think, is a better fit for Carly, but that's the only cliffhanger that we were left with at the end of this season. So I'm curious, guys, who do you think? Is it going to be Bo? Is it going to be Wes? Or is it going to be neither? Now, when it comes to Harper and Double Dutch, I had a feeling that Harper and Double Dutch shared something in the last episode, and in this episode, it's confirmed, you guys. They have feelings for one another, and, well, they took it to the next level, guys. They shared a kiss, and it was so sweet, but I do wonder if they really will be able to be both professionals and a couple. I think they can do it. I'm honestly very happy for Harper. She deserves a healthy relationship, and I'm hoping this can turn out to be something very special for both of them. And with all that being said, that's the season finale of iCarly's Revival series. I really enjoyed this episode. Now, was I laughing out loud? Yes, I was. Did it make me smile? Of course. And was I into the story? Absolutely. And I think that's the mark of a really good iCarly episode, where the story complements the humor, and I do think that all the performances were aces in this episode as well. Was it the most layered iCarly episode? Absolutely not. Now, was it my favorite? No. But it was still a good end cap to an otherwise successful season. My favorite episode still is episode 7, because it's just so well written, and I thought the direction was great and all of the performances were on point. Now, I do love other episodes as well, like our series premiere, guys. That was excellent, and episode 2 was also very well done. But there were some lows here, guys. I had some episodes I didn't care for all too much, and you know that if you've been following all my reviews, but that was not enough for me to be down about this Revival series. I'm so glad that season 2 has been renewed by Paramount, so I'm expecting great things. I think they start filming this year, or if not, early next year, so that's going to be incredibly exciting. Maybe your boy can get on set somehow. I don't know. So there you have it, you guys. That's my real review and recap of episode 13, the season 1 finale of the iCarly Revival series. But I need to know what you guys think about this episode and this season overall. Down below in the comments, get loud and share your thoughts, guys, because again, I like the episode, good performances, great humor at times, and it really was just the cherry on top of a successful series. This is the best Revival series I've seen in many, many years. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit the big red button below, subscribe to the channel, y'all, tap on that bell and hit that thumbs up button, because I want to keep reviewing iCarly as we get into season 2 next year. And thank you guys so much for engaging with every single review and recap of the iCarly Revival series, except for episode 10. I can't believe I missed that episode. But guys, it has been such a blast having these conversations with you and feeling like one of my favorite childhood series is really being honored in the greatest possible way. Alrighty, y'all, again, thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you at the next screening. And I really gotta make sure I never attend any of those festivals out in the woods. No thanks.